Welcome everyone to my 13th video of my Galactic Civilizations 3 Let's Play playing as the Terran Alliance. This video should be a pretty important one because one of my ideological traits is about to run out. This one, neutral. No one can declare war on us for the next 50 turns. I believe that runs out next turn if I wrote down the right turn number. So I think basically I took that on turn 28. So basically, the Yor, who are very strong and have troop transports, could declare war on me next turn. And I've got outlying colonies here which are completely undefended. I am very much closing in on the ability to make some very good ships though. We get large scale construction in 3 turns. And I've got basic weapons and defences now as well, which I can also make too. So, what should I be doing now then? In between videos I actually did my colonies and I moved some constructors around, so I've got a few constructors to move around at the start of this video. I've started to get some econ star bases up. So what have I got left? A couple there. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with those. That one, no, I'm actually going to make another econ star base. So you can see here that it's just basically perfect alignment with all these other ones, so I can make the optimum or the maximum amount of star bases here as possible. So econ starbase took a bit of planning but got there. So I could have another starbase factory if I put that there, so I think I will. Let's put that there. Right, what's left? I'll leave those two. Now I probably should get open border treaties with the Thalans. I don't really want to be at war with them. So let's sell that. How much you give me? 9 still. Will you give me money? Weekly amount? Yeah. Do you know what? Let's give it to him for free. 9 credits isn't going to do anything. So. Okay. Maybe I'll get better relations by doing that. Never know. We're actually warm with them now after giving that open border treaty. Something that's a bit weird as well, I'll show you. If I go here, you can see that it basically says they're at war with the Thalan, but it's never mentioned that anywhere else. There's no war symbol here, the red line between the two. I don't think it's ever shown it here either. Maybe that will kick in next turn, possibly? I don't know. Right, have I forgotten anything this turn? I hope not, because I'm going to end the turn. Right, so constructors continuing everywhere. Some of these are started to get done. Right, so what have I got left? I've got constructors that can get that ascension crystal, so let's bag that. Okay. And you know what, I'll quickly show you some things here. So faction power, I'm coming up a lot. My research has come up a huge amount recently, so we're actually catching up on that. Population, almost top. So we're catching up all over the place, but it's a case of have I caught up enough to take on whatever onslaught could be coming. Never know, it might not happen at all. Hopefully I get to choose my opponents rather than have war declared on me. Okay, so turn 78, it might be next turn before they can declare war, I'm not 100% sure. Right, that's completed. So we can now build large ships. I could even continue up here. The ability to repair actually in battle is really good. I've played the Iconians before and they get this ability quite early on, and I found it to be really good, really helpful. So I could continue down here and get even more capacity actually. I'm not really used to the Terran's tech tree this deep into it. I played them a tiny bit before, but not this far along. So I don't think all races get that. Could go carriers. I've never actually tried out carriers. They're supposed to be amazing, so I might want to get that at some point. But I think I should probably get some weapons. So let's come here. So we can have accuracy, reduce the mass, or reduce the cost. Probably I'll want to reduce the mass. If I do that, I can fit more on. What's something that's a bit weird is beams are actually 100% accuracy, I think, so I'm not sure exactly how the extra accuracy going over the 100% would really help them. There might be some cases where you have accuracy a negative to your accuracy, it might work then, but otherwise it might not work, I'm not sure. But that's tech I'm gonna take. Okay, so this sensor can come up here, and I'll leave it there. Right, I brought a constructor up to here. I don't think I can use it there yet though. I'm gonna put it there. I might want to increase the defenses there if we end up at war. Okay, constructors, colonies. Okay, the colonies are done. I've put a ton of constructors into the placements I want them, so I've got to make all these star bases now. So I think that's in position. I get stats. Right, let's do this. Right, command construct starbase. Economic ring. Right, need to get more constructors over here later on. Right, should be able to make one there as well. Okay, yet another economic ring. This may be going overboard, frankly, but I don't think the maintenance is too high with the star bases, and it's gonna give me extra production, extra morale, so might be worthwhile. It looks pretty cool as well, having all these star bases. So this one can go there. Right, there's nothing else nearby. Okay. Economic. Let's put that one there. Actually, these two in the middle I need to do first, really. Well, I got all the factories on them, so let's get that up. Right. And last one, is it? Starbase. Economic. That's go there. This one can go there. Go there. Okay. So their industry is going to be going up a ton from all of those star bases. They've got to build these large ships. They're going to need the industry, frankly. What else have I got? That one there. I think that's where I want it. Yes. Starbase. Economic. Right. And what's that then? Because these two worlds are very close to each other, and I can get 4 star bases overlapping all of them here, I think. Right. I think that's end of turn. Anything news here? Well, the you haven't declared one Thalens that turn, so I don't know what was going on with that. Right, got more money. Civi, what's this? Space junk? I'll come down here. There were pirates around here before, so it might have been a bit risky. Okay, not sure I can pick this one up. Oh, I could. Extra 2 movement. Yeah, I think it might be a better idea to pick those up when you've got proper fleet. Guess I can upgrade. Well, no, because they're not. I need to make medium hull versions of a cargo ship, really, to pick those up. Or bigger. Right, let's upgrade that. Okay. Where is this? Surios. Okay. And right, let's upgrade there. It looks like take that one out. It's done. But it's there. So yeah, I'll check that next turn because it wouldn't have updated yet. I've definitely got more I need to get over there. In between videos I actually designed a new constructor as well, one that had 2 constructor modules on it and engines. Before I was just making ones that had just 2 constructor modules recently. Research is done. Right, less mass. So, weapons. Now in this patch I think they made some changes to the weapons, at least the melee ones, before they were really bugged. I don't think it's kicked in now with this game, sadly. I think the change they made was basically to make all the kinetic weapons mass the same. Even with that though, I think they might still be a bit weak. You can see the kinetic attack near the bottom is 1. I'm not sure if that was changed in the patch and it's being the old number or what, to be honest. I think the best weapon type at the moment is missiles though, so I'm probably going to come up this line. They're pretty, well, they got amazing range, they don't fire too often but they do tons of damage, and the mass isn't dreadful. I think they're a bit better than beams from what I've read about them. May change in the future though. The really good ones to start out with though are the prototype weapons, and you need resources for those, so that's what I'm going to use if I've got enough resources. Probably the melee ones as well, since Durantium is by far the most numerous resource. That censorship can stay put. Right, I've got a colony to do. I think I'm going to design my ships and start to make them in about 2 turns, maybe a tiny bit longer than that if it's a couple more techs I want. Waiting on the Hyperion shrinking now, basically. I got my manufacturing capital done this turn, so this world's got a huge amount of production. Going to get the solar power plants up and running next turn as well. A lot of these research worlds, after I've gotten my key military techs I need to make the ships, I'm going to start to upgrade my science and then basically again, some of them have already been done, like that world and Earth as well, but quite a few of them need to be upgraded. Right, so research, I just got that tech, so yeah, let's go down the missile route. I had a quick look then to see what type of ships the Thalians and the Altarians are building, for instance. They're all going for, they're all making beam ships basically, so I might want to focus on beam defense. Didn't really pay much attention to the defenses then, but I think it's all pretty much the same levels. Right, got constructed there. So this is one of my new ones. It's got a couple of different types of range. I'll show you that in designer actually. It's just that one there. Wrong one. Where is it? There it is. Right, it's hiding down the bottom. It's got ion drive and a hyperdrive. That's the best I could fit in with that cargo space. Right, so I probably need to upgrade here still, don't I? So let's go to there. To get the recreation center. There's no point in me making the starbase factory at all. I may not even need to have happiness on these worlds potentially if my approval gets really high. I don't think that's gone up yet. Right, I think that's end of turn. Next turn. Random movement. Nope, no idea what that is. Okay, let's put that. Let's have to come up here actually. Right, constructor. So yeah, both of those in range. Let's make starship there. Not starship. Starbase. Economic rain. Right, so let's put that there as well. Factory. Okay. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can have even more star bases here actually. Gotta plan out those as well. Those two are close together, so I wouldn't mind star bases down there either. That one. Okay. My production centers, which I'm gonna concentrate on. This planet has actually got quite decent production now, so who knows, I may be even able to make military ships over there. Where is this? Okay, right here. Construct out there. I think that was a graveyard. Didn't wanna. Those pirates says I don't want to pick that up. Let's go to there. Okay. Where is this to? Right, let's get that. Right. Enter improper. 7. Pretty big fleet there. Yeah, mainly specializing on beams. They actually had quite good missile defense, which isn't good for us. Have you considered giving your worlds to us? Your people would be much safer under our protection. You may find that it would be a fatal mistake to attack us. Yeah, definitely will be in the not too distant future. So we've got that missile type. So it unlocks the Stinner. Might go for defense specialization now. I think the armor one is by far a better one there actually, because it's the only. The others are just cost, and that reduces mass. Mass is usually the way to go. So I can optimize my missiles. So that one reduces cooldown and increases the range. So cooldown's at how often it can fire, I think. That reduces the mass. That's a difficult pick, to be honest. Out of those two, that one's probably not worthwhile. Come back to that later. That censorship can stay put. Okay, I've done all of the colonies. You can see here on Macsen, I'm about to get up all of these consulates. I think I'll go through all of the colonies next in the next video. I've got some constructors to do at the end of this turn and my tech. So where's this constructor going to? That's just been made. This one has that been done? That's been done. But that's got a recreation center left to do. So bring that over to there. Okay, let's build that. Build that. I mean, I could be building all these defenses, but they're not needed really. I only build those in places I really need it. So research. I think I'm going to go for armor specialization. I'm going to design a ship next turn, a large ship, I believe. So get that in first. And this one. Right, I've got all these around here, so let's start to upgrade them. Take that. And got one left. Let's get that. Right. Not sure what would happen if I took that Xeno archaeology lab, because I'm already getting it. Would I get it again? It's possible. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it later. So I think that's it for the turn. Next turn. Still no war. They haven't declared war on me, the Yor, or anyone else for that matter, which is great for me. Looks like I did enough to put them off, or maybe because they're in a war against the Altarians, they got no interest. Or maybe I've jumped in again and they're about to. 90 plants in 5 turns. It doesn't tell you with that as well when there are foreign ships in your territory if they're enemies or not. There should be 2 categories for that, really. Right, research. Not really sure which one next. We're getting to, arguably I have enough weapons already. Although maybe going out to after harpoons would be a good idea. I think I'm gonna grab that one rather than the mass, but it could be a mistake, to be honest. Not 100% sure. I've heard if you get, there's so much cooldown that you can get it to the point where missiles fire a massive amount of times really quickly. So that's what makes them overpowered in this patch, basically, or the first patch. We'll see though. That's the way I'm going to go, it looks like. Right, so this sensor, I think beams are okay, melee might be underpowered, and missiles overpowered, basically. Right, I'm going to do my colonies as usual, and I'm also going to design a new ship. So this is the game's default design for a large ship. This is the Destroyer Mark II, I believe it's called. I'm actually going to be designing a ship pretty similar to this one. I'm going to make a few changes probably, but I think this is a pretty good start. I'm not going to use the prototype weapons quite yet. I will be in the future though, probably a Durantium ship or two. If I go loading these ships with that weapon type though, it'll probably take 4 resources per ship, I'm guessing maybe. Yeah, we'll have to see. So I've got my Hyperion shrink wrap. The cargo space is absolutely huge. I'm going to take that interstellar sensor off for starters. I probably need 1 range module. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but I might do. These stinners, I'm going to probably get another couple of military techs in a not too distant future actually, so this ship won't be my premium design for very long, but these stinners are pretty good to start out. Let's check this. So probably, right, which one couldn't I find then? That one. So this is hull plate, and I'm going to place that somewhere else, just so I know where it is. Hull plating is probably the defense type I need the least actually. The pirates use beams, and no one seems to be using armor much. Star bases and shipyards though have a bit of kinetic attack. So I want to probably have some defense. I want some more beam defense than that though, arguably. So we're on 176. I probably will keep that stellar support then. How much is more deflectors? 7 mass? Yeah, I think I'm gonna add 1 more of those. So where is this on here? Deflectors. There's it. Right. And I think that's going to be my first combat ship. And it's a pretty bloody good one to start out with. So, I'm going to keep the destroyer name, I think. Okay, so this is my finished destroyer. I'm using my naming convention here. So it's a Mark IV, missile 6, armor 1, point defense 1, shields 2. Couple of drives and 1 range, and all of the details down there. Now something which you may not be aware of is that you can change your battle roll, and I believe this might have a significant effect on your ships potentially, although I need to test this out. So basically each battle roll does something slightly different. They attack certain targets and they defend certain targets, and this is usually based on your threat level, your fortitude, and your value of the ship, but you can change it yourself, I believe. Now, what it does in combat, I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. The documentation in Galciv 3 is dreadful. They just haven't provided any whatsoever Stardock yet. So I'm going to try out, well, I think the default role here is escort. What I'm going to do a bit later on though, I'm going to have some as support. So this is what would normally be your constructors or your colony ships. So I think what I'm going to be doing is making fleet support type ships that have modules on them that basically support the rest of the fleet, like make their weapons better or their defensive better or heal them. I think this will be good for staying out of the way, and hopefully those ships will then be not fired at, and the other ships in my fleet will be fired at. So that's what I'm probably going to do later on. But for this ship, I think I'm just going to keep it to escort. I kind of like its role there already, I think. But who knows how it really works, because I don't yet. Right, let's put full stop after that as well. Okay, and save that design. And I'm also going to save that as a template, so it appears in my future games. Or, well, perhaps if I play against the Terran AI, maybe they'll build some of those in the future as well. So it's not too bad. I think 500 cost, that means I'm not going to be able to get one of those out every turn, probably, not yet at least. So let's have a look at our colonies. That's 90, that's basically finished as well. That's just making ships. Darwin is still getting up and running. So let's change this over. Can I take that off? Cancel that, and let's start to make some of these. So 3 turns each one of those is going to take me. I have to get some logistics as well in a bit, so I can have quite a few of those in the fleet. I think there's 7 logistics each, the large ships, so I probably want a divisible of that. Maybe 35 logistics, that would mean 5 in a fleet. That'd be pretty good. Might take me a while to get that. So what was I doing? Let's put that on there. And my other shipyard is down here. Let's take that one off. Cancel that there. Put that on the list. Okay. Put that on there. So how are we looking like over here? Orella. Manufacturing capital, that's nearly done. That one's got a bit of work to do, and Mars is pretty small, but it's getting up slowly as well. So these are going to take a while to assemble, but when they do, they're going to be pretty good, definitely. Right, where am I going to place this constructor then? Let's get some factories done over here. Let's and over here as well. Okay. Let's do factories before that. Right. And I think that's it for the turn. Turn. Okay, looks like we found an anomaly which sped up our tech. This cargo survey, let's grab that anomaly over there, is it? I've got a starbase somewhere. Where is this to? Right over there, let's upgrade that. Once I've got a lot of those up, I might start to make some Durantium ships in a bit. The prototype ones. Should arguably focus on one weapon type though, so you basically don't do any damage until you've knocked out someone's shield. So if you've got overwhelming force in one area, then it's great. Okay, and our first capital ship has been made. I believe I had quite a bit left over in my shipyard, basically production. Those constructors weren't costing much and I was putting too much production into it, so we got them out quickly, which is fine by me. Rapid fire missiles, excellent. So, do I want to come up here and get other things like harpoons? Maybe. That's a couple of turns. I could be I've got enough already, to be honest. Allows construction of missile support systems. So this would be... well, that's antimatter missile. That's just a better missile type, but you need antimatter and I don't have any of that. That increases missile range. Also need antimatter for that, which I lack. Is that fleet-wise? I don't think it is it? Doesn't say fleet there. And that one is fleet-wise. Actually, my lack of antimatter here is pretty bad for missiles, but I have a lack of Illyrium as well for the beams, and kinetics are crap in this patch in my game, so yeah, I think missiles are the right way to go. Hopefully I can pick up some antimatter by nicking some black holes off people, but it's going to be hard to do, to be honest. You'll have 3 over there though, so if I was at war against them I could nick all of that. Right, let's check out my colonies. So let's upgrade that. This one can build an arbitration center, or preparedness center I should say. Right, sensor, stay there. Constructor, let's come down there. Right, no factory here either, is it? Okay. I think I'm gonna use right, I built a shipyard here recently. Gonna use this one to make constructors in a bit. Right, so we've actually got a first destroyer. So I'll keep that there for the turn. Yeah, this kind of sign there. Where am I going to place the shipyard? I probably actually want to move it away from the yaw. Right, so let's unanchor that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I move it away from them, if they do bring ships down here, then they won't be able to get near to it, hopefully. Research. Let's go for... I want my ships to be able to repair, I think, so I'm going to go for hull strengthening. Put that on them. Or maybe... yeah, I'll go for that one and maybe that one. Extra capacity. Right. Yeah, that can stay where it is. Right, and I think that's the end of the turn. I think I'm actually going to call it an end of the video here as well. I'm not sure how long I've been playing for, but maybe near to half an hour. Right, so in the next video my fleet should start to accumulate around here, and then maybe we'll go after an AI, and I think I might have to go for logistics instead of that as well first. So, hope you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.